Hello everybody, welcome to Catherine Sews and welcome to my weekly vlog. Today the vlog's coming out on Tuesday, hopefully, instead of Monday because I went away again this past weekend, which I'm going to tell you all about and show you some spectacular photos from. But first I just want to tell you all about the Frocktails party that I went to, that I made that dress for. I made the flowers for the embellishment at the neckline, and oh my goodness, I enjoyed making those flowers so much, and I think they're just so pretty. I was really happy with that. For next year's Frocktails event, if there is one next year, I think I'll go a little bit more bold, a little bit more adventurous, but I certainly enjoyed making and wearing this dress. So I went with a group of friends that I met at the Seattle retreat and the Italy trip, and now we're just like this little Canadian cohort. So there's Jane and Elizabeth on either side of me. They came to the Seattle retreat and they were on the Italy trip. And then on the right is Sabina and Joanne, who we met on the Italy trip. And then on the left is a new friend. Joanne brought a friend named Chris, and she was just great, just fit right in with the rest of us. So she had just come back from a camping trip. So she showed up at my house wearing just pants and a t-shirt. And I said, yeah, you can wear whatever you like, but would you like to wear a dress? So I got her to try on about 10 of my dresses. And she ended up wearing that one, which just looked fantastic on her. So that was just such a pleasure for me to see this dress brought to life in such a beautiful way. She just looked dynamite in it. So that was kind of nice because then I got to show two dresses that I made. And then the event itself was just tons of fun. Loads of different kinds of people. There were young women, older women. There were some men. There were some drag queens. It was just a real interesting mix of people. And everybody was really supportive and excited to see what everybody else had made. And then this beautiful woman walked by and I just had to stop her in her tracks because of what she was wearing. She had on this amazing jacket that she had upcycled, and she was wearing with jeans she had upcycled in a top, and she had the most amazing bag. So I stopped her and our whole little group asked her everything about what she'd made. She sells her pieces on Etsy and her line is called Vert Studio, and just such an artist. Like, she was unbelievable and such an absolutely lovely person to chat with. So our little Canadian contingent has made plans to go and see her when she's selling her creations at the Steveston market that's coming up in September. So it'll be nice to reconnect with her because meeting her was just one of the highlights of the evening. Another highlight was that anybody who made their own dress was encouraged to walk the catwalk, which I have never done. Sabina had also never done it. So I encouraged her. We walked together. Our outfits kind of coordinated. Elizabeth did not want to do it, so she held the camera. Joanne did a walk and she looked fantastic. Jane did a great walk. So that was just super fun, like just pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone a little bit and walk that catwalk. And it was a riot. It was great fun. And then another person that I just had to meet there was a performer named Faye Havoc. And she was wearing this stunning red velvet dress. I wish I got a picture of the whole dress, especially from the back. It was just breathtaking. But I went up and said, like, wow, your gown is amazing, and had such a nice little chat. She's such an interesting person. That was really cool to see. And then this is Irina, who's the founder of Fab Cycle, who for years has been coming into my old classroom and taking away all of our fabric scraps and recycling them for us. And then Fab Cycle also has a store in Chinatown here in Vancouver where they sell dead stock fabrics. And so she's just an amazing person. And so this whole event was to launch her latest creation, which is a free sewing app called Sewjo. So with the Sewjo app, which is free, I've started uploading some of my stash. I don't have a huge stash, and most of it's not big pieces, so it won't take me too long to kind of just upload the pieces that I want to be able to access when I'm out thrifting or fabric shopping, because you can take a picture of your fabric, upload that photo, and then add details about what it's made out of, how much fabric there is. They make it pretty easy for you to keep track of your fabric stash and your patterns too. I've uploaded a couple patterns, front and back photo, and you can do the same with a PDF pattern that you've got. So I think it will be a really handy app to have. And it was just really exciting to be part of the launch party. And then what was really exciting for me is I got to meet a couple of viewers of Catherine Sews. And so one woman came up to me, just lovely, wearing this gorgeous colorful outfit, and she introduced herself as like a fan, which is amazing to me. And her name was Radiance, and she did radiate. She was just lovely to meet. And then another woman came up to me just as I was leaving. She said, "Before you go, I have to have an awkward fangirl moment with you," and which was so cute. And she said, "I cracked my pelvis and I was in bed for a month." That Fab Cycle event was the first time she'd been out in a month. And she said that in that month laying in bed, she did nothing but watch my videos. And she said it gave me so much joy. Like, that gave me so much joy to hear that. It's actually incredible to think that, here in my basement making little sewing videos, that it can have that positive impact on somebody who's going through a really rough time. So big shout out, big love to Radiance and Christine, who's on Instagram as Chronicles of Christine. She shows all of her sewing adventures there. So that was just so lovely to meet both of them. Okay, so that was Thursday night. So then the very next morning, I had to pack up because my husband and I were going on a road trip where we were going to be doing some hiking and he would be doing some biking. So one thing I wanted to bring with me was a new pair of like lightweight cargo pants that I bought when I went to Vancouver Island and did that thrifting trip that I've mentioned, but I haven't put up the video yet. That video is coming out this coming weekend, the thrifting and upcycling that I did in Duncan, BC. So that group of friends that I went with, that I mentioned in my last vlog, one other kind of shopping that we all love to do when we go to Duncan is actually going to a store called Fields. Fields is a little department store that you find in a lot of small towns in British Columbia. I don't know why, but all four of us just get so excited about going to Fields every year. So I only let myself buy 5 or 6 new pieces of clothing a year. In fact, I don't even know if I ever even get up to that many. But some of those pieces come from Fields every summer. So one thing I found there this summer was this really great pair of lightweight cargo pants in black that I just thought, oh, that would be perfect for a road trip. They're elastic waist, which is so much more comfortable for sitting in the car rather than wearing a pair of jeans. But they were too long and they had this weird tab at the bottom of the pant leg, like on a shirt where you've got the tab sometimes. I don't even really love those too much for a shirt, but it was really weird for the bottom of pants. So let me just show you what I did to change that. I did a quick hem, and then I took those tabs that had been at the bottom of the pant leg and cut them off a little bit shorter. And then I put a pin right in the middle of the flap and took that little strap and put it good side down onto the flap, about a finger width from the edge, and then sewed straight across. And all the way back, and flipped the tab to go down, and then sewed straight across again. Okay, so that looks fine. And then I wanted to sew the button to the pocket, but it's just one thin layer here. So I took a little piece of the excess hem that I had cut off and pinned that to the inside of the pocket where I wanted the button to sit, just to reinforce that button, and then sewed it on securely. And then that is just so much more logical than having that tab at the bottom of the pant leg. And we had just a beautiful road trip. So my husband, Rob, is very outdoorsy, very adventurous. I am not, but I'm happy to tag along on the more tame things that he does outdoors. And so Friday afternoon, we headed up to Sun Peaks, which is a ski resort in British Columbia. But ski resorts in the summer are often awesome places for people to go mountain biking. Now, I am never going to ride a bike up a mountain or back down, but my husband does it every single weekend here on the local mountains. But this was a special treat for him to go up to the bike park at Sun Peaks. He just had a fantastic day. I spent the entire day in the hotel room editing the Frocktails video. That worked out fine though. I was happy as a little clam, and he came back in at the end of the day just absolutely buzzing from the amazing day he'd had. So that was great. So we had 2 nights at Sun Peaks, and it's a lovely little ski town. It's a very cute little village, all lit up at night. It's really a pretty little village. And then in the morning, it was a great spot to do some dog walks. So even just driving to the different spots we went to was just beautiful. I mean, British Columbia is a beautiful place, going through the countryside. But then after Sun Peaks, we went to Clearwater, BC, which is the main little town right on the edge of Wells Grey Provincial Park, which I've heard of, but I had no idea how spectacular it is. So in Wells Grey Provincial Park, there are so many waterfalls, like huge and spectacular waterfalls. So we just went nuts. We just had so many pictures running around, going from place to place, and just really enjoying this spectacular scenery that British Columbia has to offer. And then yesterday we started heading home. We stopped for lunch at a beautiful vineyard called Privato. We had a little flight. Well, I mainly drank the little flight of wine because Rob does all the driving. We had beautiful cheese and crackers, and it was just a gorgeous spot to stop and have our lunch. I got to do a little bit of thrift shopping. I only got one thing, and it's just this white denim jacket that I've been looking for since I got back from Italy, because in Italy I saw a denim jacket where somebody had put macrame sections onto the denim jacket. I got super excited about that. I actually wanted ivory, so I might do some tea dyeing or coffee dyeing. So that means I need to buy the macrame cord. I better buy it in white and then dye it at the same time as I do the jacket. But I've been looking forward to doing that project like literally since March. So that's about it for what I got up to last week. This week, I've got to get caught up on some little projects that I have to do. Those will be some nice little Wednesday videos. Behind me on the ironing board, there you see Judy's dress, which I've been talking about for a month. I've got to get that done. I'm actually cutting off 4 or 5 inches off the top and raising the whole thing up. I think it won't be too bad. Fingers crossed, it'll be okay. And then I've got another one on the table here for myself. That's a sort of a summer dress that I wanted to lengthen by 8 or 10 inches. So I found a fun way that I'm going to try and do that with. So hopefully I get one of those done by Wednesday to post that to show you. And then on the weekend, the tutorial is from the thrifting trip to the cottage. And in that one, it was just rapid fire. We got so many little projects done, so that'll be a fun video to watch. So I think that does it for me for this week. Really nice to catch up with you. I hope you're enjoying August. I hope you're getting some nice weather, not too hot. And I hope everything is just going really well for you. So until Wednesday then, you take care.